You've reached the SeaBank Chronicles, a natural sound theater transporting you through the living science of Southeast Alaska. Produced by the Alaska Sustainable Fisheries Trust in partnership with Acme Smoked Fish. This is Beth, your radio operator. We live in extraordinary times where science and mystery meet in a swiftly changing world. To enter the SeaBank Chronicles, just keep listening. Logbook 2, Transmission 5, a salmon habitat mosaic. Ice Age glaciers, tectonic motion, volcanoes, landslides, cyclical flooding, and fierce storms. Grab all the foul weather gear you can find. We're heading out in search of climate resilience strategies for Alaska salmon. It's gonna get wild around here. One of wild salmon's biggest climate resilient strategies is its genetic diversity. While Alaska is home to 5 species of Pacific salmon, king, coho, sockeye, chum, and pink, its collective rivers, streams, and lakes contain hundreds or perhaps even thousands of genetically distinct stocks. Those self-sustaining populations within a larger species. Why is genetic diversity a climate resilience strategy? Let's start at the beginning. Duck under a tree and pull out that geomorphology book from your pack. Over vast spans of geologic time, glaciers, volcanoes, and the collision of tectonic plates have done a real number on Alaska's landscape, pushing it up, grinding it down, carving it out. A mountain here, a valley there, along with the estuaries, forests, and floodplains that resulted. Depending on latitude and topography, these landscapes can be rainy, snowblown, icy, or windy, dotted with lakes, or threaded with rivers and streams. Sometimes there's even sunshine. The result of all this tumult is a salmon habitat mosaic. A patchwork of ecosystems, each with its own unique set of topographical and climatic patterns. Salmon stocks haven't just made do in these ecosystems over the millennia. They've embraced them down to their very DNA. Take a juvenile Bristol Bay sockeye from one of the region's famous salmon lakes versus a sockeye from a river in southeast. River-reared sockeye have a thick body shape that allows them to tackle swift currents. A juvenile sockeye living in placid lake waters, on the other hand, will be more streamlined. Both are noble, mighty, and delicious, but they look a little different. Fish from different parts of Alaska's salmon habitat mosaic will behave differently too. Take that sockeye from a sandy coastal area of Bristol Bay, where spawning substrate can be fine-grained, will produce smaller eggs than a southeast sockeye that lays eggs in a river lined with coarse gravel. Aggressiveness, migration timing, and propensity for straying are other behaviors that can differ from stock to stock. Some scientists liken Alaska's wide variety of salmon stocks to a well-diversified financial portfolio, where risk is reduced by quite literally not putting all of a species' eggs in one basket. A genetically diversified portfolio of salmon DNA means that when a species encounters trouble, warmer temperatures, say, lower water levels, disease, or pollution, chances are at least some of its stocks will be equipped to survive and carry on the species. As genetic diversity goes up, so does salmon resilience. Does this mean wild salmon have got threats like climate change beat? Unfortunately, no. but it does mean we know how to boost their chances. First, avoid major changes in the ecosystem. Keep forests, tundra, and wetlands standing. They provide a specialized mix of nutrients and energy, climate control, and spawning substrates that individual stocks are adapted to. The more stable a habitat is, the more stable its resident salmon population. Second, keep the salmon mosaic clean, cool, and clear. Development in wild habitat can pollute waterways, remove crucial shade-giving vegetation, and introduce sediments that clog gills and suffocate eggs. Finally, keep migration pathways open. Roads fragment salmon habitat, breaking the travel routes that spawners use to reach their spawning grounds, where life and climate resilience carries on. The sustainability of Alaska salmon is mandated by the state constitution, which requires that all natural resources must be harvested with long-term conservation goals in mind. Wild, right? It looks like we're losing signal. To learn more about fish from the Bristol Bay region of Alaska's salmon habitat mosaic, visit acmesmokedfish.com, head to their blog, and read Sockeye Salmon 101. Goonish Cheesh to the Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian people for stewarding these lands and waters since a time beyond human memory, and for sharing them with all who make the SeaBank home. When in doubt, keep listening to the places where science and mystery meet.